A truly amazing story. The Imam told me he was called to Islam by a lady, not a young beautiful lady, rather an elderly lady. He was on his way to meet some friends at night and saw a little old lady walking slowly with one hand tapping the wall as she walked. And when she heard his footsteps, she asked him if he could assist her, as she was blind and had lost her way. So not wanting to be late, he told her, "Look, I'm very sorry, but I have people waiting for me," and looked around to find someone else that could help her instead. And as he looked behind him to see if anyone else was there, she tripped and fell. And so he rushed her and to help her back up and asked her where she needed to go, and decided he will take her. As he walked holding her hand, she thanked him and began to cry, explaining that she had no family, no children, no husband. She was completely alone. And when they reached her building, she said to him, "May Allah ease your walk along the Sirat into Jannah, just as you have eased my walk home. And I will make dua all night in my sujood for you." And she reached in her bag and had a small pile of pamphlets and booklets that she would hand out, and gave him a small booklet called The Fortress of the Muslim, which is full of authentic dua, supplications. And so he walked away and opened the book, and the first dua he saw was, "أعوذ بالله العظيم وبوجهه الكريم وسلطانه القديم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله اللهم افتح لي أبواب رحمتك." The dua upon entering the masjid. And so at that moment he felt an earthquake happen inside him. And he called his friends and counseled with them and went home to memorize this dua. He said he did not speak to anyone until he had memorized the entire book. All day and night he would pace back and forth in his home, memorizing each and every dua, all day, every day, until he memorized the entire book. He began attending Islamic gatherings at the masjid and learning, and eventually enrolled and completed his master's degree in Islamic studies and memorized the Quran. And through his eloquent and humble approach has guided hundreds into Islam. And he smiled and he told me, "Just imagine all the knowledge that I am now able to share to so many people. That old blind lady in her grave is getting the same amount of rewards that I will get, and the rewards from each and every student of mine that goes on to teach others." قال صلى الله عليه وسلم من دل على خير فله مثل أجر فاعله. In Sahih Muslim, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Whoever guides someone to good will be rewarded equivalent to him who practices that good." You can be the most ignorant of people and still be a caller to Islam. You don't have to be a scholar. You just need to pass on the information, a pamphlet, a small booklet, a link to a video. And for all those who learn from that information and practice it, you will be rewarded, inshaAllah.